Hello and welcome back to Your Darts. Thanks again for joining me. Okay, so today I want to talk to you and go through the 4 rounds of practice for what we've done today, and we've covered numbers 60 to 65. And up until now, you've only ever seen these 4 rounds of practice one at a time. And that's not how you're going to generally practice them. You'll be practicing them five at a time, 10 at a time, 15, 20, whatever it might be. So I just kind of want to show you in action. I think it might also be a good practicing aid as well. Okay, so I'm not going to stay too much time on these slides. I don't want to kind of bore you because we have gone through this. And round one, where you state the number and the first dart needed, with the 60s, it just runs with the numbers, so it's very easy. But with 60, it's always single 20, aim high, because remember, you're aiming, you're setting yourself up for treble 20, and then you just change that dart trajectory and just hopefully and think aim high, and with any luck, you'll miss treble 20 and hit single 20. But 61 runs with the numbers treble 11, 62 treble 12, 63 treble 13, and so forth and so on. And round two, you state the total that is left. Now this is probably the round what people will start to leave out first, and by all means do that if you're at the level you don't need it. But when this is really round two is generally aimed, I'm aiming at the newbies really, just so you get familiar with the numbers of a dartboard. But as I'm doing it, I'm actually picturing the links that I showed you on the actual videos. So 61, I'm picturing that it's right next to its double, so 61, and another double 14. So I know that the answer for 61 is 61 treble 11 leaves 28. So I'm having to cast my mind forward. So this is a little bit of a brain teaser, this one, but I recommend getting it before you leave it out, okay? But do it slowly and look at a dartboard. It's probably a good piece of advice that. Look at a dartboard when you do it. So with round three, you're just essentially finishing off the checkout. So you state the double that you need. So a couple of examples: 63 treble 13, and if you remember the picture with treble 13, it's across from it. Treble 13 double 12, it runs down in numbers. So it's treble 13 leaves 24, double 12. Okay, and 64 treble 14 leaves 22, double 11. Do it really slowly and I think you'll get it. Okay, so round four, we're actually going to spend a little bit of time on this slide because this is a level I expect you to get to before you start simplifying. Okay, this is a level I got to before I started to simplify, and it worked really well. Okay, so round four, you state what is left if you missed the first treble, and you say if you hit. And just a point on the grammar here, it probably should be the first triple, but in darts we say treble, so boom, I'm writing that, and that's what I'm going to stick to, the first treble. Okay, anyway, so let's do this. So I'm going to do this without looking at the screen because I do know it, but just a little bit of a practice time for me as well. Okay, but it will be 60 single 20 leaves 40 double 20. 61 is treble 11 leaving 28 double 14. If you hit 11, it leaves 50. 62 is treble 12 leaving 26 double 13. If you hit 12, it leaves 50. 63 is treble 13 leaving 24 double 12. If you hit 13, it leaves 50. 64 is treble 14 leaving 22 double 11. If you hit 14, it leaves 50. And 65 is treble 15 leaving 20 double 10. If you hit 15, it leaves 50. Okay, now actually it's not a bad idea until you get it really cemented into your head to put it up onto your fingers. It sounds really crazy, so you don't lose where you are. So 61 one finger, 62, just do it on your fingers, right? It sounds crazy, but that does actually help you, or else sometimes you can lose where you are in the actual list of it. Anyway, that's an additional note. You might not need that. You might be past counting on your fingers. Okay, but it helped me. Okay, so that covers round four. Okay, great. So this is the second way to practice the Golden 44. Instead of doing one round at a time, you would just literally start and go through it. This is it simplified as well. So it's 60 single 20, aim high, double 20. 61 treble 11 double 14, 62 treble 12 double 13, 63 treble 13 double 12, 64 treble 14 double 11, 65 treble 15 double 10. And I'll tell you something, when you get used to this, you don't even picture anything anymore. Just hearing your own voice and saying it, you just know the answer. Okay, and of course I automatically know what the misrule is on this. I know if I'm missing the treble but hit the big number, I take a shot at a bullseye or set 50 up. So I just know that, okay? So that's basically pretty much what I've got to say today about these numbers. So that's 6 in a row. Before it's always just been one number. So I hope that helps you. I hope you can use it as some sort of practicing aid. Do it slowly and look at a dartboard. Coming next time, we'll be continuing on the back end of this 60 numbers. We'll be covering number 66 on the Golden 44, the Essential 2 Dart Finishers. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.